mic. Hello, ladies. Ladies, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate whomever is working with us, your help and support, and the people who came as for an event. I hope you enjoy it, and then I hope you will get a lot of useful information for yourself from all of this little meetup that we have. So I guess the speakers should present themselves and have 2 words describing their activity and what they do, so you get to know better what are they occupying of. So we will start, I guess, with Martina. She has her agency that deals with the digital PR, and then, but it's more, how do you say? It's going more towards the interior design. Then we have jewelry designer over here. And then we have 2 ladies representing the girls' agency, and then they occupy of content creation and management for ladies out there who are doing their business. So would you want to start talking about your company?
Yeah. And hi, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you. And I'm Martina Gamboni. I founded my company, a communication and marketing agency specialized in the design field 15 years ago. And I work, the company is based here in Milano, and I work with design companies, architectural firms, interior designers, and I help them to develop their strategy and commercial and communication strategies. And 6 months ago, I launched another business, a skincare brand, a beauty brand based on the science of silk. And so now I have 2 different businesses, very different, because the agency, of course, is a service agency, so it's a business to business, and instead the beauty brand is a business to consumer activities. So this is very.
Your turn.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I'm Martina, and I'm co-founder of FEMARJO Jewelart. It's a brand of jewelry, handmade jewelry. It's all made in Italy, and I co-founder with my sister Federica. Now is in Naples. And FEMARJO was born in Naples 5 years ago. Thanks for the social, in particular with Instagram. For us, it's very important, the Instagram, social media marketing.
So your collaborations with the blonde salad, that's very interesting. We will talk about that later, yeah.
Yes, it's very, very important.
Your turn, ladies.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for
having us. And my name is Benedetta. I'm the founder of the girls' agency. She's Anna, my number 2, and my partner in crime. We are a communication agency, but before everything, we are a community of independent women who are looking for their own success. We want to define our own way to succeed. We don't want to stay with the society rules. And we do that by offering some services, communication services, and by offering free content for all the women out there who are looking for some suggestions to start their business. Hannah, she helps with organizing everything.
Yes, I met Benedetta 2 years ago, and we became friends, and she started to talk to me about the project, and I believed so much in her values and what she wanted to bring to the business and for women as well, especially in this historical time, which is very important for us women. And I help her in the organizational part, and how to schedule and how to make things work.
Today's topic is obviously the business and the startups, and obviously there are so many women now who want to start their own business. They're interested. How would you start if you were to start now? Because it has changed so much even in the past 5 years, I guess. And then how would you start even in your own field? Like, what do you think now is the right steps to do in order to, you know, get to your goal and actually have your business run successfully?
Yes, good question. And so, 15 years ago when I arrived in Milano, I had a master degree in communication and marketing and a big passion for design. And I saw that there wasn't a communication expert in the design field, so it was pretty easy to put these two things together and create something new. So I started to collaborate and it was easy for me to create a new network of people that have interested in design, project and furniture and lifestyle. And it was easy also to develop the business, not from the business aspect, but for the functional aspect of the agency and how the agency relates with the clients, with the agency, and with people. And now the things are completely different because there are a lot of agencies, there are a lot of in new startups, and I think that the most important things in every business is the research. The first fight is the research because you have to develop your idea in a market that there is everything. So research is the first thing, and the vision, because if you have a vision, you are unique, and the vision and your passion creates something special. And I think that these two things are the fundamental of every idea and every business.
You have started also not so long ago with your sister. What would be your suggestion to the girls out there who want to start it? And then also maybe, you know, some steps that you would think, or like maybe some advice that you would give that would be useful for them, you know, because now indeed the competition is so high.
Yes.
And then I don't know, like maybe the way to stand out, or maybe like a thing not to do when you start your own business.
Yes, it's very hard now because there are a lot of beautiful jewelry brands. But for me, it's important the personality. There are a lot of brands of jewelry and made jewelry in Italy, in Europe, in America, but I think it's very important the history of the brand. Maybe it's important the photos when you work with Instagram, and important to tell a story. We have all the hoops, earrings, necklace, but it's different because every jewelry brand have a story to tell. And I think is important.
You're dealing with lots of content, and indeed you see like a lot of digital things going on, and then do you see any trends happening that could help, or maybe any rule that can help, you know, to stand out, because maybe you just, you know, you have, you know, noticed a common thing going on?
Yes, of course. You have to be really focused on your content right now because the competition, as we said, is really, 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 really high, and we have to fight for our audience. No, you have to conquer your audience. So, if I should suggest some brands, you should basically do nice picture, because the first problem with the small brands is that they are not taking good pictures. You have to express your personality through your pictures. So maybe you can choose some colors to put your feed in line with everything. You have to find always a fil rouge that connects all your elements in your feed or in your communication on social media at all. Then maybe if you have the budget to do that, you should try some videos because they conquer the attention really faster than pictures, and try to be original. I know that it's something that's very basic, but it's true. And if you cannot do that, maybe just ask further help to some experts.
but then do you think that now, since we're talking about social media, do you think that's the only way to like have your business succeed, or is there still like maybe a road to success, like avoiding that social media extensive presence? Like, is it only like the only way you think is to have like millions of followers and then sell your product, or maybe there is still a way to kind of have your own niche and maybe have like person-to-person business happening?
Okay, the answer is complicated. It's really complicated because yeah, if you have a lot of money, you can rent a shop in Piazza Duomo, you can buy a billboard, or you can put your product on Kendall Jenner or Bella Hadid. It's easy to have a success also without social media. If you have a little budget, you can have success, but you have to find other ways because also social media are really expensive. If you want to do a campaign in style with celebrities and all, you can spend also 40,000 euro also on social media. So now you have to find your creative way to have success, and social media are the tools that can give you that possibility.
You would agree?
I agree. I totally agree. And I believe that it's right to have a communication mix. So not only social media, because relationships are really important, and personal relationship is the way that your tone of voice, the way that you move also in social media or in real life, it's extremely important.
Experience, yes, it's very important.
Yeah.
But then we kind of touched on the topic about like if you don't have a budget, there are so many like kids there that want to start something or doing something, but then maybe they don't have that, you know, like investment going on. First question is that what would you do if that was the case like nowadays, and if you have to start and then you literally don't have those like amounts of money happening? And then second question is that if you were to look for the financing now, where would you go, or would you go? You know, I know it's complicated questions, but then it's all important because then, you know, like it's not that easy. Oh, I made a picture on Instagram. It's not really that. It's not very easy.
No. I think that the first thing is you have to do a plan and a list of priorities. Okay,
goals,
because
goals are very important.
Yes, vision and the goals and. The vision helps you to do the right choices during the trips, and the list of priorities and the goals helps you to have a very step by steps. You can see what you do and the answer from your audience. And regarding the budget, the investors, I believe in. To look for little investors as a crowdfunding. It's not a crowdfunding, but something like this. For IMERSA, we look for little investors, and they help us to build the brand step by step. Mm-hmm. So not a lot of budget at the same moment, because it's not easy to understand at the start of your business how you can spend that money.
Mm-hmm. Yes, first of all, I think it's important for planning all the work with social media. In my personal situation, it's a very important. The fair show for very contact with my clients is very important. Yes.
I want to ask you about your collaborations that you do. You did the blonde salad, and then I saw that you also had on the Cannes Film Festival, I believe, somebody wear your jewelry. Yeah. How do you get there? Like, how do you contact these people? How to launch such a collaboration? And then, yeah, what advice would you give?
Okay, I was born in 2 years ago with the blonde salad. Mm-hmm. We have 3 collaboration with the blonde salad with Chiara Ferragni, and they contact us with email. Simply, very simply. Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. And
then you woke up like.
Yes, I think for the Instagram, for the story, two sisters, and I made jewelry made in Italy, all made in Italy, and that's it. And the collaboration is very nice and very important for a startup like me, because Chiara Ferragni and the Blonde Salad are very, I think is top.
Yeah.
Of the
Okay, excuse me, very personal question. But
Yes.
then, like, if you have that kind of collaboration happening, like, on what conditions does it work?
It depend on the collaboration. The first collaboration is very for pubblicità,
Mhm.
for know my brand,
Mm-hmm.
and I give the product, and this product sell about from the blondesalad.com.
Mm-hmm.
And the second collaboration for the initial, the crystal initials are for idea of Chiara the first, and nothing is for the blonde salad sell about the social media and. Che mi stavo dicendo? La seconda collaborazione, ragazzi, scusate per il mio inglese. La seconda collaborazione è nata proprio perché Chiara voleva queste precise spille, queste lettere, e quindi dare la possibilità a tutti di personalizzare un accessorio che poi portare con loro.
Okay, good. Do you still, like, okay, you also had somebody wear your jewelry for the Cannes Film Festival, which is a big event. How do you get there?
Every day, my mail is very full of proposal for collaboration from blogger, from influencer. Sometimes it's very nice. Sometimes no. Okay, sono molto onesta. And I think it's important the influence and the power of the social media, but sometimes it's very important for the brand to select the
Carefully,
blogger.
carefully.
Yes, very carefully.
Do you still, like, do you think that product placement now that you see, like, all of this, like, girls wearing the same things over and over, do you think it still works, or it depends on the blogger, or product placement?
Depends on the blogger.
Mhm.
Depends of.
And then how to pick them? Like, how would you pick them to place your product? Or to approach them even, like, because sometimes, you know, you would see a person and you'll be like, oh, I wish they wore my stuff. Like, how would you approach them even, you know?
I just think not to be scared. Like, just go for it. Like, there's so many offers now. You have so many chances, so many people to reach out to. As she said, like, she's lucky. She has a lot. I can guess maybe it's not very nice sometimes, but it's a fortune to have a lot of people who's reaching out for you. So what I think and what we believe also is, like, not being scared. We as ambassadors, we think, like, you know, girls empowerment and, you know, making network, but any gender really can, you know, you don't need to be scared, just go for it. And what can happen? Like, it can go well or it can not go very well. Maybe you receive a
At
no.
the end, if you fail, you learn something. And with the next one, you're
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
just
prepared.
learn and you
So
do better.
basically, it's like this.
That everybody comes from being at a low point, and then you can just grow and get better and not be scared.
Okay, any advice on what not to do? Like, if you are to, because if you receive many emails or, like, you contact people daily and you see, like, do you have some emails, like, maybe, or, like, some collaboration suggestions that you're like, never do that, like, never write that way, never ask that way, maybe some people
It
they
depends
not
on your
sure.
feelings. When I watch when I watch a girl, for example, I feel if yes or no. But it's not depend of the followers. It's not depend of the beauty or the work maybe, but your feel. That's it.
It's depends about the tone of voice of these people, the
Yes.
approach.
Yes.
But when I see a profile, it's it's immediately, okay, I can say,
Yes.
okay, I can work with her or not. It's not.
Now it's very easy to say I have a influencer, but it's not all influencer there are.
And maybe remember to check if their followers are true or fake.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you arrive on a profile, you see 1 million follower, and then you go to their last pictures, and they have 15 likes. And you say,
Yes.
2 comments.
It's
Very
very
possible.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
and a lot of people contact you now, I imagine.
Yeah.
Did you ever get like an obnoxious like experience of people like writing rude emails to you or like asking things in a really creepy way that you would be like, nope. And they would like be like keep writing to you and they would like literally be like on point and like give me your product, like give me your service like this.
No.
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 Lucky you.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Okay, then to the next topic about like, so do you think there's like a breaking point when you know like you're gonna sell your product, like how to start actually selling? Because you know you can be doing nice pictures, posting your product like daily on and on, but like it doesn't sell. Like, is there something extra that you can do to start selling your product or service, and then how to do that?
Okay, in my experience with IMERSA, the skincare brand, when we launched the website, our e-commerce, we start to sell immediately. But I think not for social media, but for word of mouth, because I have a lot of relationship in my another business. So I create a little community from the design that follow me and follow my what I do every day, and also they are starting to follow IMERSA and to buy the product. And now we have to be more aggressive, of course, because we have to return on investment. We do a very, very big investment to create the formula of the products and to start to produce them. So we are going to have a fair in April and other communication activities, events for influencer and press office activities. And I think that now in the last month I saw that we are starting to sell to other people. But I think it's a recipe. You have to read the number. The digital is beautiful because you have a lot of number, and you have to be able to read the number in the right way. So you need an expert, of course.
Yeah, I think she said.
Yes, expert. And when you have an expert, a good one, also for digital and for your company, and you finally find a way, and you say, okay, I have to go straight to that point and to start to push that product in that way.
Okay. Do you remember the first necklace or like the first piece of jewelry that you sold and to whom it was?
Yeah. The necklace, and I the change crystal and some materials like wool. From my mother, from my grandmother. Yes, it's very, very artisan, handmade. Yes.
How long ago was it?
7 years ago, and 5 years ago was born FEMARJO.
Good. Do you remember your first client?
Yes. It is my father.
Oh,
The first one who believed in us.
Oh, good. How did you approach him? Like, did you come to him and be like, hey, I have this idea, help me out? Or how does it work?
No, at the beginning is an hard workman. So he has his whole mind. So at the beginning he wasn't really understanding what I was doing. Then his business goes very well. So he understood that if he wants to do more, he needs some experts and some communication. The first time he told me, I want to be the first one on Google. Why I'm not here? So help me to do that. And I told him, okay, we can do that, but we have to do something else. There is a award we can do, and we started.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a very, very cool story. How do you approach potential clients, like in any area? Do you come to them yourself? Do you write emails? Do you call them? Do you find contacts? Or you're like, whatever rolls my way, I'll just do it?
No, of course not. We always try to find some clients that share the same values we share. We have. So Instagram, I think that's a good way to connect with the brands that are similar to you. And usually when you enter in contact and you like each other, usually now you put some likes, then you start a conversation. And I always prefer to start with a client in front of a coffee or having a real relationship, not by mail, because for me it's important when we work to have a good feeling with each other, because if you are mad at me when I'm mad at you, the work is not going to be good.
Okay. Do you girls have any advice on how to fetch a client or a customer?
A lot. I don't know. No, I think that you have to be yourself when you have a relation, and you always have to be honest with your clients.
Yes.
So if you, with the agency, I give a lot of tips to my client how they can develop their business and a lot of things. And they have to believe, they have to trust me. And I think that I have always to be honest with them. And sometimes we are too honest, and when we are too honest, maybe I can lose a client. Yes, it happens. Yes, of course, because clients want always to see, oh, wow, you are very good, this thing is beautiful, but I want to be honest with them. So if it's beautiful for me, okay, yes, it is. But if it's not, I want to be honest with you, because I'm a consultant, so it's my job.
Actually, on bad items, like, does it happen sometimes that you maybe work with a client for a long time and then they release something that you can't even look at? Like, what do you do? Because you still have to take care of it and make it sell.
You need to not make that happen.
Like,
That's the thing.
Well,
when it
happens,
happens, it means there's a problem.
Thank you.
But then, what if it happens? Like, it happened.
Every
What do you do?
day.
Like try and say, maybe
yeah.
like this, and being truthful, like what Benedetta and what she said is true.
Okay, so better to avoid the situation. Okay, got it. Moving to like a topic of personal decisions. I know that you launched this year the brand, and you already mentioned it, and it's not really the same, let's say, sphere. Then how did you decide, and like how did the idea come to you, or maybe somebody came to you with the idea?
Okay, so my husband has a biotech company, and he do a lot of research on silk as a natural fiber. And 2 years ago, he told me, okay, I found this incredible protein, because silk is formed by two proteins, sericin and fibrine. And this protein has a lot of benefits for skin, because it's hydration. And when he told me about this innovation, I started to think, okay, this is good, we can make something together. And so the idea of a skincare line came up.
And then very personal questions. I know that you have a family, and then you're married, and you have kids. And then you had to work with your husband. How do you kind of balance it all out?
I don't know. I don't know.
And then you have your main business. Like, how do you not carry, first of all of this business stuff back to your husband home and like yelling at him? And then, how do you like?
I'm a woman, So
The power of the woman.
yes, we have power. We have this incredible power. We are multitasking. Yes, and I think that I can make everything because I'm really organized and I have some help. Okay, I have to tell that I'm organized and I have help. I'm a nanny and.
But still, like if you can have 1,000 nannies, but then it's still
Yes,
like
but
the kids
I don't
are
have time
yelling.
for myself. So my next goal is to have time to dedicate it to myself. Yes, in May after Salone del Mobile. 1 month of vacation.
Good.
No problem.
Do you have husbands, kids? Because I did not research that topic. You're like, no.
Not yet. Not
Are
yet.
you planning on? Is it like an option for you, or you're like, oh no, that's not for me?
For me now,
Okay.
no.
In a bit. In some years.
It could be an
maybe.
option.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
like? Do you think you would be able to manage then the family and the work, or you're like, or you're ready to like actually give one part of your life to have another?
No,
No. Okay.
it's never gonna happen. I have my life and I want to reach my goals, and kids are one of my goals, but not the only one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, just to wrap it up, I would like an advice from you then for women out there who are already working and then they have a family, and if they want to start something on their own, what would you tell them to do? Like how?
Do
If
it.
they're like, just do it, and then
Yes, absolutely. You have to believe in yourself, and if you have a vision and if you have an idea, you have to start to think how to develop this idea. Of course, you have to be safe in your choices, but you have to do it because today there are a lot of the digital offer us a lot of possibility to develop our dreams, our idea, and create a very, very good and positive business. Yes.
good. Well, I guess we can wrap it up. Thank you so much.